Hello and welcome. Today, I'd like to clear a few things up because when it comes to marketing in this industry, it can go out of hand. Every week, someone comes in to Alice Tattoos and asks for a temporary tattoo. But after over a decade in this chair, I've realized that most people are actually looking for high-end sticker. They either don't want to use the word because it sounds like something for children, or they might actually just not know that that is what they are asking for. So, if you are fascinated by commitment free art, you need to understand that you are being sold three very different products. Today, we're going to delve into the architecture of the temporary tattoo. We're going to talk about the fruit stained reality of brands like Inkbox, the biopolymer experiment of Ephemeral, and why the humble sticker is actually the most honest version of this art that's out there. Let's start with the chemical stain. If you've seen those advertisements about tattoos that look really real but only last for, say, 2 weeks, you are looking at Jaguar. It is a dye that is derived from a South American plant called Juniper americana. And here's the technical reality. Jaguar contains a compound called genopine. It doesn't just sit on your skin like a decal. It actually bonds with the amino acids in your epidermis, that is the top layer of your skin. Over 24 hours, it oxidizes and turns into this bluish black color. But here's the problem. Because this is a liquid, right? The dye that is, it bleeds into the ridges of your skin. What this means is that you can never really get that really sharp technical snap that a needle provides, or that you can get from an actual needle depositing the ink into the skin. It is essentially a high-end ink stain, or rather skin stain. It can be a great idea for placement testing if you just want to get used to the idea of having a certain kind of design in a certain area and see how you would enjoy how it looks. Kind of like placing a stencil. If you've ever had a tattoo before and have seen the process of having a stencil placed and checking how the tattoo moves and flows with the body depending on how it's been placed, it's the similar kind of concept, but obviously a lot more resilient than the tattoo stencil. You can think of it as a biological version of a Sharpie or a marker. Then we have the biopolymer gamble, and this is the one that really gets me as well. There are companies out there like Ephemeral. They use real tattoo machines to put ink into the skin, but they're using a special kind of ink, and that's what they actually put into the dermis. They tell you that these inks are made of natural polymers that will break away easily and eventually get washed out of your body through the natural processes. Maybe you're just gonna end up peeing the ink out, or when you go to the bathroom, and it should all be gone in a year or so. But here's the information that they won't actually tell you up front. Your immune system isn't a calendar. The original Gen 1, or rather Generation 1 inks that these companies released were a complete disaster. I've seen people or images of people who have had these kinds of inks 2-3 years down the line, and they still have this blurry, ghosty little remnants of a tattoo that was supposed to have completely faded, simply because their body didn't absorb the ink on schedule. And even now, with their new and improved Generation 3 formulations, you're still using your body, or rather letting startups use your body as a walking laboratory or testing station. Because when these inks break down, they don't just vanish, right? It sometimes fragments and blurs, creating a mark that forms a permanent reminder of a temporary decision. And then that brings us to the third and final version of temporary tattoos, which is the sticker. Why are we so afraid to use the word sticker? There's nothing wrong with it. If you want a design that looks perfect for a weekend, buy a high quality water slide decal anywhere online. They have come a very long way. They use these matte finishes and medical adhesives that can make them look amazing even for up to 5 days. The reason why people ask me for temporary tattoos is because they want the precision of my handwork without the commitment or the weight that comes with a permanent choice. But unfortunately, you can't have both. Maybe with technology that might change. But as of now, a needle creates a wound and a sticker creates a look. At Alice Tattoos, I only deal in permanent. I use technical grade pigments because they are predictable. They stay where I put them. If you're not ready for that, that is 100% fine and well within, your right. You can go buy a sticker. It's honest, it's safe, and it's not going to leave you with some blurry reminder of the decision you made when you are not ready for something permanent. Don't let some of these massive marketing budgets talk you into an experiment without knowing that you're walking into an experiment. Your skin is a living organ, not the testing ground for some bio-absorbable plastic. Thanks for staying with me up until this point. I hope you've learned something about temporary tattoos that you may not have known before. And if I've left something, or if you have any other insights or opinions, please feel free to share them in the comment section below. I'd like to start a discussion around temporary tattoos. Have you ever asked for a temporary tattoo? Have you ever got one? What kind of temporary tattoo did you get? I'd be really interested in finding out what your experiences may or may not have been down there. And my name is Washington. Until next time, ciao. That is it, bro. That's all.